moment in history. And if you've wondered, if I lived in Nazi Germany...
Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. If you guys enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. And if you guys would like your own clips featured in one of my videos, feel free to submit them to the form in the description down below. Getting into it now, for a lot of SJWs, it seems to be a surprise to them that black Trump supporters exist. Their disbelief has led them to try to talk to the supporters out of it.
What future? The future gonna look like X-Men Apocalypse when that shit comes out, man. Damn!
That makes them illegal.
I'm voting for the future of my people. I don't want... There is no future for us if you vote Trump in. Dude, show me this hat and let's go get some chimichangas or something. I'm voting for Trump because I want jobs, not welfare. I don't want to be a slave anymore to the... You're gonna be a slave? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I want a job. I want to work for my own money. I want to have a house. I want to pay for my own stuff with my money that I made from working. I don't want handouts.
Despite their efforts, this Trump supporter held firm in his beliefs and did not fall into the SJW trap.
When you went through the school system, your culture was already taken away. So you had no idea to know how great you really are. As a black man, you don't know. You don't know, and it ain't your fault. It's not your fault.
We can keep saying that we are great all the time, but in reality, we are not. Look at us. Look at what we've become.
Look at what
do you mean, look at what we've become? No, look at what this country made us. Look at what this country has pushed us to do, my brother. Did push us to do that. But at this point, it's no longer the country. It's us.
Here's an SJW who clearly doesn't understand how pay works when it comes to sports. Thankfully, she has someone to break it down perfectly for her.
For so many reasons. It's not just that they've both been playing professional basketball for...
I was just gonna keep scrolling, but then I saw your description. You said not to come at you with the whole the NBA makes more money. But that's literally how it works. But to prove to you that this isn't sexism, I will give you an example involving two men. This is Robert Downey Jr. He plays Iron Man, we all know this. He, for many, many years, was the face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and he made a lot of money while he did it. This is Stephen Amell. He plays the Green Arrow on the CW. He also was basically the face of his own superhero franchise. CW had a lot of TV shows, and they all shared the same universe, and it was actually called the Arrowverse, so you know he was the face of it. Guess who made more money? Robert did, because the MCU was much more profitable than the Arrowverse was. It has a bigger audience, it's on a bigger scale. Your paycheck is going to reflect the profit of the company you're working for. They can't pay you money they don't have.
AOC is one of the faces of SJWs, liberals, and the like. She always has a lot to say, and sometimes a bit too much to say. So much where she doesn't even know what she is saying.
I also think that what people are starting to see, at least in the occupation of Palestine, is just an increasing crisis of humanitarian condition.
You use the term the occupation of Palestine?
I think what I meant is like the settlements, places where Palestinians are experiencing difficulty.
Do you think you can expand on that?
I am not the expert on geopolitics on this.
When Trump got elected as president of the United States back in 2016, it sent SJWs absolutely crazy. They had complete meltdowns and overreactions like this.
Been elected president of the United States, which is insane. And I can't believe I'm living this day as one of the worst days in American history. But let me tell you something, Donald Trump is not my president, and he never will be my president, because I will never bow to a racist, xenophobic dictator. This is an incredibly important moment in history. And if you've wondered, if I lived in Nazi Germany, would I be a Nazi? Or would I be in resistance against the Nazis? This is your time to figure out what kind of fucking person you are. If you support Donald Trump, you're a Nazi. Donald Trump is a fascist. They don't fucking care what we want, and they do not care about our human rights.
SJWs hate people they don't agree with so much that they end up acting like fools. They could simply walk away instead, not this SJW.
Standing there, I would love Ronald both of them.
He's fucking me sexist. No,
go ahead, bring the police.
Just calm down.
Bring the police.
I understand. Just calm down.
Okay, go ahead.
Just to calm down. That's it.
I would love for the police to come. I would love for them to come.
Yeah, because you know that they're going to support your white male ass.
No, we're not fighting. But he's being racist against women.
That's why my job is to
Racist against women.
You were. You told us that we were not beautiful, so get that one in.
We have another one of those reactions to Trump being elected. This SJW actually couldn't believe that it had happened and ended up like this.
It's going to happen, and I'm just blabbing on because I really don't want to look at this, but here we go.
And lastly, we have the SJW that doesn't know anything. Seriously, this guy really embarrassed himself so hard here. Check it out.
About free speech. Do we have any limitations on that?
Yeah, we should.
Like what?
I don't know.
Wouldn't that be unconstitutional to have limitations?
No.
What limitations should we have on free speech? Do you believe in hate speech?
No. I don't know what that is.
What's your name and major? You don't even know what your name is?
Sorry.
You got a lot to figure out.